Park's been together since about grade 12, which was '07. Since we were 18, I guess, we didn't really get into the Vancouver music scene until 2008, 2009, when everybody was able to go. I remember sneaking Logan and one of our guitar players into the Yale when it was still up and running, and he didn't have an ID or anything like that. You know, kind of shuffle him off to the side and hide him behind something. Well, you know, because it's so, like, everybody and their dog has a band in Vancouver, it seems, and the close circuit of people that we've been playing with the whole time have been nothing short of amazing, and has made the journey through the Vancouver music scene like something really special. But there are certain venues that you know, they'll have bands until 11 o'clock, and then you're out the door and the DJ's on, and then they'll let everybody who is waiting in line outside come in. It was really discouraging. It depends on what level you're at. If you're at a really bottom level, you know, at a band, you're just starting out and like you've just got on the music scene, it's like you're gonna get these spots at a venue you're gonna play at 8:45, 9 o'clock at night at a bar on a Tuesday. They sell cheap drinks, but only after 11, and that's when the DJ starts, and they'll hold lines outside so that, you know, you're bringing in, the only reason they're making money that night is because you're bringing in your band and you're bringing in your friends to buy drinks, which is great. I mean, that's what you want. You want your friends to come in and listen to you and enjoy your music, but you're also trying to be an artist and show other people that you don't know what you can do, and they don't care. Everybody wants to make money, and that's kind of what I've learned, like, coming up through the Vancouver music scene. You know, there's, like, we've been lied to tons of times. You know, it's just like people will do so much to get you into a venue, and they think they're doing you a favor and stuff like that. And of course we want to get into a venue and play, but it's interesting. But you know, it's not the only thing that happens in the Vancouver music scene. There's also really good things. You start out doing shows like that in all ages venues or community centers and stuff like that, where you're playing to mostly your friends or your parents or whatever, and really showing the people around you what you can do, which is good, because, you know, they should know. And, you know, then we started to pick up a little bit of steam. You know, we started headlining our own shows, and you know, and then you start to get into, like, maybe like Battle of the Bands and stuff like that, and even some of those are kind of shady, you know, like they're not really in it to help bands, they're just really in it to get people into a bar and, you know, and sell drinks. Now, I feel, is the time when our music is being mostly appreciated, is after winning Seeds and stuff like that, is it's given some validity to our music and to what we do. It's not just a hobby anymore, or something that can be tossed onto a stage and just, you know, dance monkey, you know, kind of thing. So the Vancouver music scene is it's like a melting pot. You know, there's so many things and variables going on, and it's really hard to pinpoint it. You know, like back in the days, you know, in certain cities you could be like, oh, that was a punk scene or that was a metal scene or something like that. But Vancouver, it's got every scene, and it's just a matter of how you get on top of it. I mean, now that we played the Commodore a couple times, like, it's just an unbelievable room. Everything about it, just the history. Like, I was talking to my grandma about playing there, and she said she used to dance there when she was 16, and she's like 82, something like that. It's also the way you get treated in certain venues, you know, like you tend to want to go back. Like, the people who work at venue are really awesome, and there's not a lot of venues around Vancouver that feel like home for me particularly. I'd like to play GM Place or the Coliseum or, you know, whatever. A place that I do like is the Railway Club. I like it. It's a pretty small place, but it's awesome. The Yale, when it was here, it was a really great place too. I think what we were talking about earlier, in regards to, you know, the Vancouver music scene, is that, you know, bands aren't necessarily, and it's not, you know, every venue, but bands aren't always treated as properly as they should be, and there's a way to make a scene, and I really don't think Vancouver has one. I think they have a bar scene, I think they have a club scene, but I don't really think there's a music scene. There's certain venues where traveling bands come around, and the more like theaters or bigger club venues and stuff like that. I think to have a strong music scene, like, you have to have local bands that are not praised or held up at Pride Rock or anything like that, but they're just like, they're toted around town, and they don't kick you out at 11 to slot in a DJ, and they do the promotions because they love what the bands are doing. And it's funny because everybody's in it for money, right? So that's what they do. They slot in a DJ, they sell drinks, they make money. If you took the time to create an environment where bands who are really making a name for themselves in Vancouver, which there are a lot of, it's not just us standing around here, there's tons of other bands that are doing really well and they're doing really great things. If you nurture those bands and give them a place to go, and give the public a place to go where they know they're going to hear great music, you're going to make money, and you're going to be, it'll be stamped as a place where you can go in Vancouver and always hear a great live act or something like that. That's what I'd like to see, is something in Vancouver, and not even for us, man. Like, I think for bands that are coming up now, like, coming out of high school and they're like we were, just waiting to get on the bar scene like that. These guys gotta have somewhere else to go other than a place, that they sell really cheap drinks and, waitresses wearing half naked, and it's a touchy subject because it's something that used to be very sacred, being a musician and doing what we do, and now, because a lot of people do it, I think less people care. My name is Nick Weber, and I am the singer for Pigeon Park, and I am a Vancouver musician.